Want to know how elite tax advisors win the due diligence game to satisfy ultra-high net worth clients who expect the very best? Welcome to the Due Diligence Project podcast, where you get a chance to learn from the elite CPAs, virtual family office professionals and tax specialists who are doing just that. We'll uncover their insider secrets on how they are dominating their competition, vetting new ideas and supercharging their due diligence process to deliver extraordinary results. Bringing his 25 plus years of experience with top tax professionals across the country, please welcome your host, Alex Sunkin.
Welcome to the Due Diligence Project podcast. Today's guest is Valerie Colin from Gumbiner Civet. Valerie is an elite CPA, virtual family office professional. She is serving clients in the Los Angeles area, clients all around the country, and we are blessed to have her as a guest today. How are you, Valerie?
I'm great, Alex. How are you?
I am doing great. We've been trying to get you on this podcast for a while now, and today's the day. And already I feel like this is one of our better podcasts, and we haven't even asked you a question yet, just by having you on. So I'm
awesome.
Really excited.
Thanks so much.
Well, let's get into it. Can you briefly describe what you do, the people you serve, and the kinds of situations they find themselves in when they come to you for help?
I mostly serve high net worth individuals and also privately held companies. And I help them with all their tax work and tax planning, tax compliance, and keeping them out of trouble and saving them lots of money.
That is awesome. I'm sure they appreciate it. Do you have an experience that you had early on that still influences how you do business today?
I had some great mentors. Many years ago when I was at a regional firm, I definitely had people that took me out to meet their influencers that gave me people to network with to this day, and basically showed me how they were consulting with people and not just filling out forms or preparing financials, but really getting into the consulting and helping them achieve their goals and create greater profit margins in their business. And that was a big help. And then people like you that have shown me lots of new tools in the toolbox to help people.
Well, recently you've just been named most influential women in accounting for 2019, and this is a big deal. And so this was done by the Los Angeles Business Journal. Why do you think you were chosen as one of the most influential women in accounting? I know you're very humble.
I am humble. So lots of years of experience. I have mentored a lot of people in the firm and outside the firm, and just helping my clients, helping other CPAs and in their careers.
It's so hard extracting good answers from you because you're so humble. But we're going to keep going. We're going to keep digging here.
Okay.
Because I think our audience wants to really understand, what makes you unique and what is it that happens behind the scenes, below the surface. And so what are some of the biggest, fears that your clients have about approaching you, about approaching a CPA? And how do you help them pass their fears?
Well, hopefully I make them feel comfortable and they don't have fear. So just a lot of listening, understanding what it is that they need and want, and are they really looking for tax savings? Are they looking for estate planning? Are they looking to see how to hold on to their wealth or make their business more profitable? And also family situations and how they can make things more cohesive in the family. But really, I feel I make them just feel comfortable listening. I'm not aggressive. I'm not, like you said, I'm humble, so I'm not threatening in any way. And I feel I'm easy to talk to, and then we'll just get to the bottom of what it is they're concerned about and how I can help them.
Yeah. Now, you're not just a CPA. You're not just an accountant. You're a virtual family office professional with best-in-class peer-reviewed resources. And tell us about that. What makes your virtual family office so unique?
Um, well, Alex, as you know, when I get situations that really need some more sophisticated planning, I'm able to um, provide information to the group, to the family office group, and get an analysis and get input as to what uh, types of planning we might suggest to them and see what's a fit and see what they're comfortable with and um, show them what the savings will be. And if they are interested, then we'll help them get it all set up legally and on it on how to move forward with implementing the strategies and keep them going. And
In terms of client results, client going to you versus going to a competing firm, are they going to get a similar experience working with your virtual family office, or should they just go to another large CPA firm? Are they all the same?
No, I think we have a lot of different solutions to suggest to them that many other CPAs have not heard of, that my clients have not heard of until we've spoken about it. So
You're really you're starting to point towards due diligence. How do you do due diligence? I mean, how is it that you do due diligence differently from some of the other bigger firms, maybe that are outside the state, outside, where you operate, or even inside the city? How is your due diligence process different from your competitors that are maybe doing it traditionally?
by working with the due diligence group, then all of the professionals that are suggesting different strategies have all been vetted, and we know that they are the best of the best, and that the strategies and the people that are involved are tried and true, and that they can be trusted and do a great job. So,
And if you didn't have access to, and so what I'm hearing you say, and please I don't want to put words in your mouth, is that there's a level of confidence that has been established for you in terms of working with these resources, being able to ask them direct questions, get answers, and ultimately conduct your own due diligence to the point where your confidence level is so high, you understand the risk reward, and then bring those ideas to your best clients. And then your clients, what do they experience? They don't really experience that level of due diligence. They experience more of the results of the strategy. Is that right?
definitely. But as far as my own due diligence, yes, I speak to these people. I understand what it is that we are trying to achieve and how what the roadmap is to get there, and have vetted that those strategies are in fact legal. They're in the code. They are 100%. What's the word? Sorry, that it is legal. It's all, sorry, I'm messing up here.
No, that's okay. Look,
But
due diligence is tricky because you have a tax code that's 150, 200,000, 250,000 pages. No one's quite sure, doesn't know how many pages it is. It's a moving target. Tax
that's for
attorneys are
sure.
not allowed to solicit and market their unique tax planning strategies. And so how do we find strategies that are perfect for our clients? And then how do we vet them out? What we found as a community is we need to speak with the experts, the top thought leaders, and have these one-on-one conversations, not with our clients there behind the scenes, so we can really, so I remember you having 2, 3, 4 conversations with different experts until your confidence level is where it needs to be, where you have to really look at all these things before you say that this is good, this is better, what's best, and then design a strategy that really makes sense for your ideal clients. That's what we've seen. We just want to see it from your perspective in terms of how you get that confidence. How does a competing firm get their confidence level? And then, of course, the results of what your actual clients experience with you and your firm versus these traditional firms that may not have access to best-in-class peer-reviewed resources?
Well, definitely in talking to these experts, I asked lots of questions, and I've spent a lot of time with them and asking those questions and reading through their strategies, their documents, etc., before I've ever presented it to a client. So I may not know 100% about it, but I've spent the time and I'm learning about it and feeling comfortable before it's ever introduced to the client. And I am the one that has to help, get it implemented, and I have to do the reporting on it. So I definitely need to be confident about it and know what's going on.
Besides actual direct one-on-one conversations with the thought leaders, with the tax attorneys, with the specialists who are out there who support the community, is it beneficial to be part of a community of other independent elite CPA firms and family office leaders and virtual family office leaders who are also part of the community and get their feedback and get their notes on the due diligence that they've already done on some of these strategies to help you complete your due diligence process more efficiently? Is that helpful?
Yes, as a community, we can speak to each other. We can find out what strategies, or if I'm trying to look into a new strategy, talk to another CPA that's part of the group that has implemented it himself. And if I have questions from their point of view as well, and their confidence in the people that are being used, and the strategy itself, and what all was involved to see that their clients were happy and that the result was as intended.
Well, let's get to the results. We've talked a little bit about the due diligence, how we cook up the meal, how we prepare the dinner, how we prepare the strategy in terms of your due diligence, working with the specialists, working with the community of other independent CPAs and virtual family offices. Does it work? What are the results? Are those results marginal? How are your clients who come to you for this help? What's their experience like?
Well, we don't implement anything that's marginal. So all of the strategies have saved the clients definitely six figures off their taxes. And it's made them extremely happy, and they see how much more is in their pocket. And that was the result they wanted. But also some of them are looking for charitable giving and charitable results, and have found a way that they can make their goals happen as far as, and feel good about what they've given away. But at the same time, there was lots of tax savings. So it was a win-win for everybody.
I think the audience can hear the passion in your voice, how much you care, that you're not just doing this. I don't think I've ever met a CPA that's just working for the money. Most CPAs,
Definitely not.
Virtual family offices are really more like teachers and nurses. They're there to really create, and this is why we love CPAs so much. They're there to really nurture and create a lot of value for the client. And we're dealing with a monstrous financial services industry with lots of animals, and we just love the CPA because they're just a different type of entity. But in terms of what makes you unique beyond that, what are you really passionate about? What are you really trying to do with your clients? And are you experiencing that right now in terms of delivering that to your clients in terms of their experience?
We as trusted advisors, we generally have our clients for a very long time, and you go through life with them and all their ups and downs. And their financial life, as far as, maybe they've had businesses and they grow older and they sell and they have liquidity events, and now they've got all this money to deal with and taxes to deal with. So you go through those aches and pains and make it better with them, and talk about life planning and what they're going to do with this money, and how much they want to leave to their families or how much to charity, and what makes it all comfortable for their family. And it's just very rewarding to be with people for 20, 30, 40 years and um, you become part of their family, and it's very personal. It's very rewarding
It
to be
sounds
their advisor like that.
it sounds almost like you're helping them paint this picture of what their perfect life is, and you're just accessing all these different paintbrushes and different types of paints, asking them questions, and as they get those answers, you're providing this leadership for them, because we know that no one knows how many pages are in the tax code. It's very, very complicated. Even tax professionals have issues with this. Certainly that your clients are this is beyond them, but they need you in terms of this leadership. And so what I'm hearing from you is it's really rewarding for you to be this leader, to help them paint this perfect world, and using paintbrushes and paints that maybe they don't know how to use because they have not been a tax professional for 30, 40 years. And that's really the rewarding part. But let me ask you a question. How important is curiosity, to being a CPA? Because we've heard passion. Obviously, you have to be good with numbers. You have to be good with math, analytical. But curiosity, how important do you think that is to be an elite CPA or virtual family office professional?
Well, it's very important because you have to ask a lot of questions and you have to do a lot of listening with your clients to really understand what their needs are. So you have to be curious about what's going on in their life. You have to be curious about what their goals are. And you have to be curious about what possible solutions there are. And if you don't explore what those possibilities are and you're just doing the norm like most accountants, and you don't know that these different strategies and techniques are out there, then how can you ever provide those solutions?
I happen to agree. It's tricky because we deal with elite attorneys, elite CPAs, elite family office professionals, elite specialists. And of course, when you're dealing with the best of the best of the best, it comes with this ego thing. I'm the best, we're the best, we already have the best. And so it's really tricky. And the reason I asked you this question about curiosity is we really find this one theme. If you look at any professional at the top of their profession, yes, it comes with a little bit of an ego. But if that ego wipes out curiosity and they already think we're the best, and so we don't need to be curious anymore about our clients or what's out there or trying to be better, continue to push yourselves in those areas. And we really use the word, curiosity kind of to create that push. All of a sudden, someone else just flies right by us. And so that's one of the characteristics I've really found in terms of our community of elite family office professionals, elite CPAs, elite virtual family office professionals like yourself. Curiosity has to be part of it. And as soon as that curiosity stops, that's when we revert back, and that's when we lose our leadership position. So is there anything that we don't know about you or your clients don't know about you that they might be interested in? What don't we know about you that you could share with us?
I love ballroom dancing.
Ballroom dancing.
Dancing makes me happy. So
I love it. Well, listen, Valerie, this was awesome. I think the audience kind of got a flair for who you are and what you're all about and the uniqueness that's inside of you. And now we know you like ballroom dancing. That's awesome. I'm not going to hold that against you. But I want
Please don't.
I want to thank you for joining us on the Due Diligence Project podcast. And thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Alex. Take care.
Pleasure. Have a great
Bye.
one. Bye-bye.
That's all for this episode of the Due Diligence Project podcast. Be sure to visit duediligenceproject.com to access the resources we have available for qualified CPAs and family office leaders. Our mission at the Due Diligence Project is to help you deliver more significance and value to your very best clients while shifting your traditional practice into the firm of the future.